What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now today, I'm sure you read the title, right? You guys are in for a crazy story today. I don't even have an intro for it, right? I mean, let's just hop into it, right? If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe, do all that fun, and let's get into this. So this story took place literally last February, right? And to be honest, not much was going on. I was having like quite a quiet period, like not a lot of stories like that were like story worthy happened like between Christmas 2018 and like towards this story. There was like 2 months of like kind of like not really a lot going on, to be honest, which is weird, right? Because I'm not used to that, right? I'm honestly used to experiencing like a lot, and you guys are going to hear that in the future. Like as like I'll tell more stories and that, you guys will actually like start to realize like how much is actually like I've witnessed. It's quite crazy, man. It's quite crazy. But I mean, yeah, like I said, this story took place last February, and it was a normal day, right? It was a Tuesday afternoon, right? And basically, me and my friend, right, we had a spare period, right? We had period 5 and 6 off, which is basically like the last like 2 periods of the day, and always every single Tuesday we would always go to my friend's house because they only lived like a 5-minute walk from our school. So lunchtime rolls around, we get our lunch, right, and we sit and talk to our friends for a bit, and eventually, right, the bell goes, like signal lunchtime's over, and everyone's got to go back to class and that. But me and my friend, right, obviously we had our free periods, and we weren't going to go back to school, right? So me and my friend go to his house, right? He was like a 5-minute walk away, like I said. Now, I forgot to mention this, right? But basically, his dad is a police officer, right? I'll be honest, right? He's a sound police officer. He's caught me in, like, he's caught his son doing a lot of things, like, while he's on duty, right? And he's, like, let it slide, because he's, like, quite high up in, like, the police area. I don't really know how it all works. I don't know if he's, like, a corporate or something. I'm just kidding, right? I'm kidding on, right? But no, but actually is, like, quite high up in, like, the police officer, so he'd always, like, let his son, like, get away with things and all that. Just, like, not like, bad stuff. Just, like, weed and, like, drinking and that. Like, not things that you can actually get in too much trouble for. So, yeah, this guy was a police officer. He'd always let his son away with things. He was sound with me, he was sound with all our friends, right? He liked everyone because he knew, you know, we're all just good kids, you know what I mean? He knew that. But yeah, basically, me and my friend, right, we get to his house, and basically, every single time that we would go to his house, his dad was never in. He was always on duty, he was always at work. Now, I don't know why, but on this certain day, right, his dad was just not at work today. I don't know if he got the day off or he was like ill or something. I'm not too sure, right? But me and my friend get to his house, right, and we walk in, and my friend realizes that the radio's on in the kitchen and the living room telly's on, which is weird, right? Because he always told me that his dad was like one of those like people who like always like turns off things when you leave the house in case like a fire or something. So, and I knew that as well, so it was quite weird like seeing like the telly and the radio on when no one was actually in the house. And he didn't live with his mum, right? His mum and dad broke up, so it wasn't his mum, and he never had like any other family. It was literally just him and his dad in this house, so it could have been no one else, right? So me and my friend, right, we just don't hang get involved. I think maybe his dad's like just maybe was in a hurry this morning, maybe forgot to turn off the radio, I don't know, right? But my friend walks in, turns off the radio, and then comes back into the living room and then turns on his Xbox, right? And basically we were just gonna like watch YouTube and get like lunch, like eat our lunches that we got from school like in his house and all that, because we would do it every week. And the way my friend's house works, right, you've got the living room, right, and then when you like turn to the right, there's like, this massive patio door. It's like one of those like ceiling to floor doors, like they're like huge massive sliding glass doors. And then basically when you walk out there, you're in like his back garden and that. Now, I don't know how me and my friend didn't realise, right? But basically, we were watching TV, like we were watching YouTube for about 5 minutes, right? And my one friend goes, "What the f-" Alright, and then he swears, right? I'm not I'm trying not to swear in the channel, boys, but yeah. He goes, what the freak? I turn around, I'm like, wait a minute, what is it? And he goes, look outside. I turn around, right? And I can just see something a little bit dodgy, right? I look outside and I can see his dad smoking, right? And I was like, since when did your dad smoke? And he was like, I don't know. My dad doesn't smoke. What the hell, right? So basically stands up, he was like, come here, right? So me and him like walk out to the back garden. We open the sliding glass door, right? And of course his dad hears that. Hears the door open and he turns around and goes, Austin, when were you back? What are you doing back so early? My friend was like, I've got the free periods. I come here every week. You know this. And he was like, is it Tuesday? My friend was like, yeah, it is Tuesday. And why are you smoking? Since when did you start smoking? And basically, right, halfway through saying this, right, we just basically get this whiff. Right, we get a big smell, and we just realise, oh my god, that's not a cigarette, that's weed. He's out here smoking a joint. No, obviously he just looks at us and he goes, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this in front of you, you shouldn't even know this. I don't smoke weed a lot, right, I do it from time to time, just when I get a little bit, like, stressed out and all that. And he looks at his son and he goes, sorry, I have to see that, right? And then he looks at me and he says, sorry, I have to see that as well, right? And he basically, like, gets what was red. There wasn't even a lot left of the joint, right? But he, like, flicked it over this, like, bush. It was, like, in his back garden. It was all part of, like, this garden. This garden was massive, by the way. And he goes, I'm sorry, I have to see that, right? Bear in mind, he's baked. He is so stoned. He's so stoned, right? He's looking like a Heinz baked bean, right? I'm like, Jesus Christ, right? And obviously, like, he looked at me and he goes, I'm sorry, I have to see that as well, Jack. I was like, no, honestly, it's all good. Like, I honestly couldn't care less, right? It's weed. Not the end of the world, you know what I mean? Maybe if, right, if me and my friend walked in, right, and seen him snorting a big line off the kitchen counter, then, we might have had something to say about it. But, it's just weed, right? You know what I mean? It doesn't do a lot anyway. So, yeah, I said that to him. I was like, no, it's fine. I honestly couldn't care less, to be honest. It was like, thanks for understanding, right? And basically, my friend was like, why are you even not at work? And he was like, I took the day off. I really can't be bothered with work today. My friend was like, alright, fair dues. And basically, my friend's dad kind of like sat down with us, right? He made like food for himself. Sat with us for like 5-10 minutes and then just basically went up to his room. And that was kind of it. But then after this whole situation, that's when I realised, wait a minute. Wait, Austin, your dad's a police officer. And he goes, I know, that's what makes it mad. And I was like, No. No way we just seen that then. And yeah, basically me and my friend were just kind of laughing about the situation. I mean, if you're a police officer, right, I wouldn't recommend like smoking weed, like especially if you're a police officer, you know what I mean? Because where I am, I live in the UK, it's not legal here at all. So yeah, and I know for a fact he wasn't smoking it medically. So I mean, yeah, I mean that just about ends the story, right? About the crazy police officer smoking weed. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't know, it wasn't too crazy, right? I honestly, like, I didn't really care about it. And the only reason I make this video is because look, A, my friend Austin doesn't even know that I have this YouTube channel, right? So he's never going to see it. And B, the chances of him just randomly finding this video is like 1 in a trillion. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, like I said, that's just about the end of the story, man. Leave a comment, right? Let me know if you've ever caught, I don't know, maybe your parents smoking weed, or your friend's parents, or like a police officer, or anything like along the lines of that. I don't know, right? Just drop a comment, let me know. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.
That I wouldn't make it. Need the cash up front, I ain't patient. And I tell you that I'm fine, but I faked it. Yeah, heart so cold, yeah, it's faking.